Hello, I'm Father Joe Gambala, pastor of St. Malachy Catholic Church. Welcome to Summer Saints. Today is August the 1st. Well, I've never been married and I've never had kids. So from a very personal perspective, it's tough for me to give advice on how to raise children. However, over the many years as pastor here at St. Malachy, into our 25th year, I have seen families grow up, and I have seen how parents raise their children. Now, of course, most of the time, those are the parents and kids who come to church. And those parents will tell me that one of the most important things they can give to their children is a strong faith in the Lord. That the world has many temptations, the world has many allures that will lead them astray and do things that can be harmful to them financially, emotionally, and physically. And that by having a strong faith in the Lord, they can resist those temptations. Laying a foundation of faith is one of the most important things a parent can do. Well, today's Saints is about laying that foundation of faith. The mother's name was Wisdom, Saint Wisdom. She lived around the year 130, 140 in modern-day Rome. She was a wealthy widow, had a very large home, and when her husband died, she was left with 3 daughters, Faith, age 12, Hope, age 10, and Charity, age 9. Wisdom decided that she wanted to raise her children differently than the way most kids were raised. She wasn't very appreciative of how activities went on in the temples. She didn't like the institutional prostitution that went on in many of the Roman temples. She didn't appreciate the way certain activities were conducted among the Roman nobility, especially in terms of lewdness and drunkenness. She thought her daughters deserved something better. And she was attracted to a particular Christian that she met. And the more she learned about Christianity, the more she realized that this is something that she could accept for herself and train her daughters in the faith. She wanted her daughters to grow up to be decent and respectful and kind and considerate, virtues that exemplify a Christian life. And so she did. She was successful at raising her children to the point that some other families got interested and would send their kids over to Wisdom's house so they too could learn about this new way of growing up and this new way of raising children. Now, word of this, of course, went to the Roman authorities. The Roman emperor at the time was Hadrian. Hadrian didn't engage in a particular persecution of Christians. He's the same Hadrian that built the famous wall, Hadrian's Wall, between Scotland and England. But he did lay out a program about what you would do if you found a Christian, and that is to give that Christian a reasonable trial before a Roman magistrate, especially if that Christian was a Roman citizen. That they were entitled to their legal rights. And so Wisdom, along with the daughters Charity, Hope, and Faith, were brought before a Roman magistrate and given a trial about being a Christian. And they were given many opportunities to denounce the faith, even so far as to just fake denouncing it, so the judge didn't have to sentence them to death. But Wisdom and the daughters refused. Faith, Hope, Charity, and their mother Wisdom wouldn't even fake throwing incense in a pagan temple, and were beheaded as martyrs of the faith. You know, when I think about the saints that we have done so far and the saints we're continuing to do, it reminds me that these saints are people who give us an inspiration to deepen our own faith, to increase our own hope, and to make us more charitable to others. So, in the spirit of saints' faith, hope, and charity, along with their mother Wisdom, I hope as we continue on in our series with the saints, we see our faith deepened, our hope increased, and our charity expanded, as we too, as the saints show us the way, grow closer in our relationship with the Lord.